What is up, my viewers? Spang here, bringing you another World of Tanks gameplay commentary. This time, it is not my T34, as you can tell by the camo, as well as the name. I'm probably going to butcher it, but this person's in-game name is Nojame321. Sorry if I butchered it. Otherwise known as Mega Rudy. Probably the person who is most committed to me on this YouTube channel. So I just want to say thank you, good sir. Here we have a battle with him and two of his friends, all running tier 8s, except, well, yeah. Yep, I'm right, all running tier 8s. One of his friends running a T34, he's running a T34, a great tank, and his friend is running an IS-3, also a great tank. This is a tier 9 match, and when I say that, I mean the max tier is tier 9. The 704 saying, no all up, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I would say they really they didn't send everyone up. The T95 was about to head up, which in my opinion is not necessarily a good decision, primarily because it's a hill and the T95 is slow enough as it is. Now, him and his friends heading up north with a KV3 coming up in the back to basically provide some support. I think they stand a pretty decent chance. Definitely. He did let me know the final game statistics, and I am not sure if he's running premium, but still, I watched this match. I thought it was rather interesting. Hold on just one moment. I am going to go into the settings. I don't care about that. And, why does it keep resetting to the center? Okay, so I'm going to go to total over left, and I'm going to turn on the durability indicator, just because that's the way I like things. Really gives you a better sense of strategy for the game. Now, he is saying that someone is his. I missed it, but right off the bat, their team doing fairly well for themselves, killing off one of the enemy team's scouts, basically helping the survivability of their artillery. His T34 friend getting hit pretty heavily. Right here, you will see in the south portion of the map, his team pushed around that little southern corner, and in general, that is not a wise decision because that exposes you to their artillery as well as basically exposes you to being shot at by everything on their team around that corner. Typically, you want to play more defensively down there, no matter which side you're on. You want to play somewhat defensively, especially if you are on the western side of the map. Now, as you can see right here, the enemy team didn't send too much to the center, at least not that much has been lit up. And really, his T44, I'm not sure exactly what hit him, but I'm guessing it's the 704 on the enemy team, which is located in the center, and 103 also located in the center. So two of the enemy team's tier 9s directly in the center, and right here you'll see that southern flank pushing around the corner like that, getting completely overrun, leaving the enemy team basically unopposed in the south, putting his team at a very bad disadvantage right here. Right here he's going to try to shoot this T44, but will bounce. That's just kind of one of those unfortunate things. At distance, you can't really aim with all that much accuracy. It's unfortunate, but you take the shots you're given. Right here, we have a KV5 being lit up. Post 7.5 patch, as you will see, it has been given an extra 100 health, giving it the most health of any tier 8 tank. It is basically the mouse of the tier 8s. Right here, you can see the enemy team does have a strong presence in the center. Two of their tank destroyers pushing up the middle. And by up the middle, I mean that little valley crevice area. Following the center road, I guess, is the best way to put it. Right here, he's going to try to take a shot at that T44. Again, completely missing. ISU 152, not a 704. Did shoot his T44 friend prior to this, hence why his friend lost so much health. The ISU 152 is essentially an object 704 with less health, less armor, and less mobility, but it has the exact same gun. So it packs just as much punch. It is a very potent tier 8 tank destroyer. And right here, his team not really doing all that well for themselves. All their team has managed to kill are 2 scouts, while they've lost 4 significant tanks. 1 tier 9, 2 tier 8s, and a tier 7. So loss is not even close to equal. His team's at a very disadvantageous position right now. Hummel taking out the enemy super Pershing around that southern bend. Basically, artillery is the last hope for holding that southern flank. And right here, his team hit that 704 on his team, telling these guys they need to move up, play aggressively, and make the enemy team feel the push. That super Pershing that got killed in the south, the first significant loss for the enemy team. Right here, our friend Mega Rudy being very lucky to only get his track knocked off by that ISU 152. Very, very lucky right there. He could have easily lost over 700, 800 health, even upwards of 900 health, but he only got a track knocked off, so very fortunate luck coming into play right there. Losses in terms of tanks killed, even in terms of what the tank losses actually are, not even close. His team is still significantly at a disadvantage. So really at this point, it's not looking too hot for his team. The one thing they do have going for them is they have a T95, which is still approximately at full health. So a full health T95 is a very potent weapon just because of its armor. That is probably the best thing they have going for them at this point. The fact that the T95 is still alive, still kicking, still able to basically annihilate the enemy team. Right there, Mega Rudy taking another shot from that ISU, but it hit him directly in his turret armor, basically being very ineffective, just bouncing that shell like it never even mattered in the first place. And again, luck coming into play. He's going to take a turn at this KV5, but he will prioritize here in a second. This is one thing I noticed when I first watched this replay, was he's paying attention to this KV5 when there is an ISU 152 with a big ass gun pointed at him from the south. And right here, I basically say, hey, priorities, but he will kill this KV5 right here, shooting for that little hatch. Great job. His IS-3, I can only assume, was hit by that ISU. Not doing too hot for himself on health, and apparently our friend here forgetting about that ISU on his left flank until it will be spotted right here. Very good reaction time. Either he recalled and it was just coincidence he looked at down there at the same time it was spotted, or he noticed it get spotted and changed up his targeting strategy. There is one thing I do have to kind of say about this tank. Personally, now this is personal preference, he's gonna, again, priorities, I think that ISU is a bigger threat than an AMX-13 FAM. It's only a tier 5 artillery, not really too great of a threat. I really think he should be focusing on that ISU right now. He's going to realize he really doesn't have a shot on that thing, still ignoring that ISU. Now, this goes back to one of the things I preach about in this game, which is priorities. Shoot things that are the largest threat. Eliminate those targets that are going to eliminate you. Now, there are people who like to go for the easy kills, and you know, those are the types of those are the type of people that really hurt you in a match. The ones that just ignore the smaller threats and get themselves killed by the larger threats before they really contribute anything to your team. Right here, he'll kill that GW Panther. That is a large threat. At least in my opinion, an upgraded GW Panther packs quite a punch. But as I was saying before, personal preference here, he has a camo net. Now, rolling, anytime I'm playing in a heavy tank or a medium tank, I don't roll I do not use a camo net. Taking a shot at that T34 when there was absolutely no shot, you know, not really fully aware of exactly what was in the way. But back to the camo net thing. I keep getting sidetracked. I'm sorry. Back to the camo net. I do not roll it on heavy tanks or on medium tanks because those are your movers. They are the tanks that will be on the run, and 90% of the time, if you're playing heavy tanks and medium tanks as aggressively as you should, now I'm not saying be stupid and rush out there, but if you're playing it as aggressively as you should, camo nets won't really be that useful. Now, tank destroyers and artillery, on the other hand, camo nets are pretty much a must. It's not an optional thing, in my opinion. If you're playing a tank destroyer or an artillery, camo nets are an absolute 100% must-have on your tank, unless you want to die a lot quicker. But I digress. Right here, he's gotten 4 kills for himself, doing rather well. He's rolling up on their capture point. His team doing a great job of turning this match around. Definitely a lot of credit goes out to him, but also to his T95, who also got 4 kills and basically showed just how unstoppable a T95 can be. Now, I've certainly killed plenty in my time. Right there, taking a shot on that Yog Tiger on the move. But going back to the T95, they aren't invincible, but they certainly are difficult to kill. Right here, T29, far, far to the south. facing a wall of TDs, an ISU, and a 704 moving in on him. That T29 is absolutely going to die. But Mega Rudy here just sitting exactly on this cap and getting some nice capture points, helping to pad his score a bit. And there you go. Good team victory. Good job by him. Buddy, the one thing I do have to say to you, just prioritize your targets a little better. But besides that, good job in general. Definitely not a bad game. Now, on your double XP, you got 1732. For the number of kills you got and what you killed, I would assume you don't have premium. Either that or the game just, you know, the way you damaged things didn't quite add up to a lot of experience. But I'm assuming you don't have a premium account. Credit's decent, definitely. It's always nice to have a premium vehicle because that boosts your credit income significantly. Very much so. And definitely for winning this type of match and the number of kills you got and how little credits and experience you got proportionally to that, I am pretty confident this guy is running a standard account, and that T95 in the end getting 5 kills, 1 away from Top Gun. That's rather unfortunate. No one got any Battle Hero achievements. And personal achievements for our guy right here, killing a T34, a KV5, an ISU, and a GW Panther, firing 9 shots, 7 of which hit the target, so decent accuracy as well. Damaging that T34 and that Yog Tiger, so good job, my friend, and I suppose that sums up this match. So if you like this video, click that like button. If you want to see more, subscribe, and if you have a replay, like this guy did, send it to spanglereplays@gmail.com. Link, as per usual, will be in the Undaba. And this is Spang, signing off.